Hello everybody, Tanya here with Chalk Couture. Let me see if I can find myself on Facebook. How's everyone doing this Tuesday? Oh, okay. Hey Lisa, hey Tricia, hey Ree, hey Amity. Thanks for joining, you guys. Jessica. Okay, so I'm going to do some flour sack tails tonight. And everything you see me using tonight is in stock. We have a little bit of stuff out of stock right now, but no worries. There's plenty still. And so much fun. So, like I said, we're going to do about 3 towels, Halloween themed. And these are just flour sack towels. You can get anywhere. And I'm going to use purple, actually regal and silver for it tonight. Okay. Make sure I cut the things and not, hello Beverly, and not the inside of, or the towel itself. So, okay, these are pretty big size towels. Okay, so, and all I need is just the end, because that's all I'm doing is just the end. And I think, there we go. Hello, Miss Rebecca. So, anyhow, so we're going to do the end of the towels. And I have my mat, my ink mat. And you can see it's very well loved. No big deal. It's still usable. You guys voted on an ink project for me to do tonight, so that's what I'm doing. Just trying to decide which end of the towel I want to do this on. You are popular? No, I'm just picking a good time at night, Ree. It's all on what time I pick at night to go live. But thanks. Okay. All right. So I want to kind of do this kind of shadowed, if you will. I have a sneeze coming on, so I apologize up front. Boy, sorry. Okay. So I'm going to cut these apart. Thank you. Okay, and why can't I find my Sharpie when I need it? It's never around when I really need it. Ever have that problem? Oh, there we go. There's one. Hello, Richard. So we're going to mark the back. Okay. Boo. And eek. So then we know what's going to be on each of these. Hello, Miss Dana. I'll call you back in just a bit, okay, hon? I was just calling to see how Mr. Levi was doing. Okay. So like I said, I want to shadow this. So I'm thinking the best way to shadow this is going to be purple first or regal first, and then we're going to do silver on top just to give it an accent. So you always want to go with the darker color as your base or your shadow, if you will. So I'm going to start with Spooky. And because I'm doing it on fabric, I'm not going, and I'm using ink, I'm not going to fuzz it up first. You do, however, want to make sure you don't have any bumps or anything. That's actually on the mat itself. Yep, sure was. Good, glad to hear that. So yesterday I didn't go live. I was pretty exhausted. I got to watch my little adopted grandson. And, you know, I didn't do much with him at all. I sat around, played with him and everything else. But, wow, I was exhausted that last night. It was good. It was good, but, wow, I was surprised. There's a reason why God gave me kids when I was younger. No joke. Okay, so we're just going to do this, and then we're going to have to let it dry in between. So I have my little heat embossing gun just to dry it in between. Okay, I'm excited how this is going to turn out. So like I said, I'm going to do 3 towels. I might come back later and add a few things to it, but I didn't want to put those things on right now because they're not in stock. And I hate showing you guys things if they're not in stock. So, all right. Okay, and I'm going to just wash this up really quickly. Nothing special because I want to use it again, but obviously I don't want to mix the colors by any means, so... So I'm just going to wipe the top of it. I'm not going to wipe the back of it. And then we're going to let it air dry. Oh, I guess I will wipe the back of it. Okay. So I'm just wiping it with a disinfectant wipe. Okay. I'm going to let it air dry a little bit. And while we're letting it air dry, I'm going to go ahead and take my heat embossing gun and go over it. Now, I do use my heat embossing gun over my ink mat. They do encourage you not to, because you can see it is bubbling. So I just need to make sure I bring it back to room temperature before I apply the transfer again. But it's dry. It's not heat set, so don't confuse the two. You do still need to heat set this for it to not run or anything in the dryer, in the wash machine. Okay, so I'm going to put this back over, but when I put it back over, I'm kind of going to put it at a little bit of a off shadow, if you will. There we go. Okay, and again, I want to make sure all bubbles are out. Okay, and here we go with the silver. I clump a lot out, but you definitely don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. Hey, Bree. Okay, and when you're inking, yes, offset, Rebecca, so that it gives a little bit of a shadow aspect, and you'll see what I mean when I lift this transfer. Okay, so, and I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, when you're inking, you want to make sure you're going in the same direction. You do not want to go all over or anything else like you would with chalk. Because with ink, the ink is a lot more liquidy, if you will. And so the chance of it spreading underneath or whatever can happen. So now we're going to lift this, and you're going to see what I mean by offset. It turned out exactly the way I wanted it. I love when that happens. I really do. So, that's first towel. Spooky! Yay! Okay, so now we're going to lift this up. Hello, Mel! I'm going to lift it off the mat, but I want to bring it closer to you so you can see how it looks. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold it up where that ink isn't going to go onto anything else. Put it off to the side. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next one. I want to make sure I don't have any. I do a little bit, so I'm going to reverse this a little bit. So there we go. And now we're going to go on and do Boo. And we're doing the same thing. Just the purple first and then the silver. Thanks, Rebecca. Okay. And now with the Boo. Again, always make sure your bubbles are out. Okay, I have a little bit of it on this, on the lid, so I'm going to just use that. Be careful when you're dealing with the ink. With our chalk paste, you can remove it easily. With the ink, no, you can't. So, what's a good idea is if you're just starting with inks, you can get that blue painter's tape and tape all around your project so that if by chance you do happen to get some ink off of the transfer, you're not scaring yourself. Okay. Now again, do the same thing. You're going to lift it. You're going to wash it off. I just wash it with the disinfectant wipe. Just to get it. So all I'm doing is, you guys, is doing this. Oh, you know what? I got a clump of purple on here that does not need to be washed off. So I'm just going to take that like that. There we go. And again, you're just washing it off. Dab the back a little bit just to clear, so you're not getting purple on the other part of your project when you offset it. I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit while I dry this. Need to let it come back to room temperature again. So does anybody on here dress up for Halloween? Remember when parents would put a sheet over us and say, "You're a ghost." So those of you that don't know what Chalk Couture is a home-based business that deals with removable, reusable silkscreen-like transfers that, with use of our chalk paste or our Couture ink, it goes on wet and dries solid. With our Couture ink, like what I'm using tonight, it is permanent. So you will heat set it, then you can wash everything and dry, and everything's fine with it. With our paste, you can keep it up for as long as you want and then wash it off with water. It's really awesome. And I wanted to show you the transfer itself. You can see how sticky it is. I've already used this once, and I just keep on washing. They're reusable over and over and over again. So the amount that it's usable, it depends on what you're using, what you're putting it on. Okay. Chalk Couture has been around for a little over a year and a half now. And it is just amazing. I've been with the company almost since the beginning. I joined about 17 days later, and am loving every single moment of it. It is opening up doors and possibilities for me in my crafting world, which I love my crafting world. I still am a massage therapist, which I thoroughly enjoy that. But I love my Chalk Couture business. So I am looking for people to join my team. So if you're interested in joining my team, I'd love to have you go ahead and comment join in the comments below, and I will get you some information on the business. If you're not in my VIP group, trust me, you're gonna want to be. That's where I do specials and sales and promos and all that fun stuff that you're not going to see on my regular page. So if you're interested in being in my VIP group, please, no designers, please comment me in the comments, and I would be more than happy to add you to my VIP group. Okay. Hee hee. Awesome. Okay, so now on to the next towel. If you're interested in any of the products you see me using today, you can head over to my store at chalktour.com/Tanya. And there you will find everything you see me using tonight. Okay, so now the last one. Eek! Eek! I say that a lot. I'm really, really excited about stuff. Eek! Okay. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. Hey, Julie. Aw, thanks for all the hearts. Aw, thanks, Ree. Okay, so that one's done. I'm done with the purple, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that up, put the lid back on it because I'm not going to be using it anymore. And I better be careful when I'm lifting up this transfer because I have ink on this other hand already. Imagine that. Okay, so again, I'm going to take my disinfectant wipe. I'm just going to wash off the transfer. And don't be alarmed if your transfer stain. I do know mine, especially with the chalk paste and our darker colors of our ink, they will stain. And it's only because the company with our chalk paste uses natural pigments, organic pigments, and so it's bound to stain. And that's okay. Your transfers are still usable, I promise. I can't wait, Ree. Okay, so now I'm going to take my heat gun. I'm going to go ahead and dry the ink. It is so easy, Ree, honestly. You're going to love it. try it on an old shirt first or buy some tea towels. I know these tea towels were really cheap. I just picked up sale. Add your own twist to any project and you've got an amazing art. Now, what you're not going to see me do, yeah, I'm not going to heat set this yet. Maybe. Yeah, sure, Ree. I'll do that. No problem. You're not going to see me heat set this tonight. And the reasoning for that is because once a certain transfer comes back in stock, I want to add to this tea towel. So I'm not going to heat set it tonight. I'm going to wait until that transfer comes in, and we'll probably do a part 2 of Eek, Boo, and Spooky. So, let's see. Today it got so warm. It was like, oh my goodness, it was in the 80s something today. And tomorrow we're supposed to be like 60s. It's crazy. And then the word I can't say because I'll get angry looks at me. That's supposed to be coming this weekend. Crazy town, I tell ya. Okay, so now we're going to offset this a little bit again. There we go. Again, I want to make sure that I'm completely sealed. Okay. Now remember, you always scrape off. On second layers, I don't scrape as much, especially when it's the glittery, the shimmer. I love our shimmers. Okay, so there we go with that. And then our last project for the night, reveal. Woohoo! Eek! So I hope you've enjoyed my Eek, Boo, and Scary Towels. Enjoy. Hope you've enjoyed my Eek, Boo, and Scary Towels for the night. And as soon as the other part that I want to add to these comes in, I'll bring you part 2. Thanks everyone for checking out my live, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.